Do you think that he's going to continue speaking about his family in the upcoming series?
Oh, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will. Speak about the family again because it's going to. That's what the program makers want, isn't it? Yeah, they want the reference to the family. In that promo, there was a lot of royal references, whether it was little Archie, from the Zoom chats, whether it was Meghan appearing behind the VO, whether it's the Diana footage. The royals sell. I run this channel called True Royalty, which is all about royal programming, and it's 1,000-year-old soap opera. Whether Henry VIII is cutting off his wives' heads, or Edward VIII is possibly meeting Hitler, or Harry and Meghan are breaking away from the family, the sort of the highs and lows of the British royal family fascinate the world, and any program maker knows that that's going to bring viewers.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people probably have the opinion that Harry is kind of, even though he doesn't want to be part of the royal family, is kind of cashing in on the royal family. Do you agree with that as well?
I don't think that he's necessarily cashing in on the royal family. I think it's his lived experience. Sure. So he's allowed to speak about the life he had. If any of us do a TV show and talk about our lives, are we cashing in on our lives? I think probably not. We're referencing the lives that we've lived. But Harry knows that his family sells. So if he talks about them, it's going to get headlines. We're all going to be talking about it, and the program makers are going to want more of it. So there's a line of sort of give the people what they want, and he's certainly giving them that at the moment.
Yeah. How do you think the general public has reacted to the armchair expert interview with Dax Shepard? Do you think this has changed people's perspective on Harry and where he's going with his career now?
Again, it's difficult, isn't it, with the sort of the two different sort of views in the world. I think in the UK, all the talk shows here, all the sort of breakfast shows seem to be saying, stop talking, just stop talking, because every time you say something, it's creating more of a storm and throwing more of a spotlight on the problems that exist. But then I wonder, you guys are better placed to tell me this. In America, where I guess therapy is sort of more openly discussed, where the sort of some of the stigmas of therapy don't exist, then maybe people like the fact that Harry's being so open about his life.
Yeah, no, I think people appreciate the honesty and the openness, and even though he's a prince, he's just like us, I guess, goes through these same things. It was interesting that you said before, how Prince Charles kind of wants to do everything he can to mend this relationship. Do you feel like William is doing that as well, and Charles is doing that, and Harry is not being responsive, or too much damage has been done?
I don't know. I mean, I'm told very clearly that Charles is doing everything he can to repair the relationship. It's a father-son relationship. None of us want to lose touch with our children. So I think that's a very active sort of building the bridges that's going on. But at the same time, Charles is an incredibly busy man. He's heir to the throne. He's taking on more responsibilities for the Queen. So whether it's the same sort of relationship that you and I might have with our dad, if we fall out with our dad, and you're on the phone or you're Zooming or you're meeting up, I think it's probably a slower process if your father's the Prince of Wales and you're also thousands of miles away from each other and in different time zones. So it's just simply harder to get into his diary to have those calls. I think in terms of the sort of the William relationship, then I think that's a different dynamic again. When brothers fall out, there maybe isn't quite the impetus to repair in the same way that there might be between a parent and a child. And I think, again, I'm sure Prince William wants the relationship to repair, but I think he is very shocked by the amount of things that his brothers said over the last few weeks. And also, Meghan has been pretty clear about her views on Kate. And, when, again, in every family, when the sister-in-laws are slightly at war with each other, then that doesn't help the sort of husbands in the middle. So, I'm sure we can all look at our own families and see those dynamics that exist. And Can you repair them? Ultimately, yes, but it's going to take some time.